Hey everybody, I hope y'all are doing good. I had a different direction for this particular video that I'm posting, but God had other plans. And so when God is disrupting your plans, it's for a reason and it's going to reach somebody. So yesterday, I had family over and we were just hanging out, eating good food, and listening to music. And all of a sudden, after this one particular family member finished eating, she started to have pain. It was pain in her lower area, okay, where the reproductive system is. And so we started to look online to see what this could possibly be. And she said this pain has been lasting for long periods of time, and it's usually after she eats certain foods. Okay. So, after self diagnosing on Google, we found that it seemed as if she had endometriosis. And so we looked to see what the cure was, and there is no cure. Now, as we're looking and trying to analyze and figure out the best steps to take moving forward and the right foods to eat, another one of my family members says, "Why don't you just pray for God to heal her? Why don't you just pray for God to heal her?" And it didn't even dawn on me in that moment. I was just so busy trying to detect the root. Where is this coming from? Why is this happening? Right? What is a name for this? I didn't think to pray and ask God to heal her. So I said, "Oh, yeah, you're right." I get my blessed oil and I put some blessed oil on her and I began to pray. However, even with me praying, the pain did not lessen. It did not reduce. Okay. It didn't go away. And it didn't dawn on me until after they left that I should have told her about the story of Paul and the thorn in his side, how he wanted relief from that thorn and God did not give him relief. Okay. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do now is read that particular Bible verse. It is 2 Corinthians 12, starting at verse 7. And this is Paul speaking. He says, "And lest I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelations, a thorn in the flesh was given to me." So we see that this thorn is connected to his flesh, okay? And it was given to him so that he should not be exalted by the abundance of the revelation. So exalted above measure. He says, "A messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure." So we don't know what this was, but we know it was a messenger of Satan. It was something that affected his flesh. Okay. And he says, verse 8, "Concerning this thing, I pleaded with the Lord 3 times that it might depart from me." So whatever this is that's affecting his flesh, he wants relief from it. He wants it gone. And he's cried out to God 3 times. Okay. And God says to him, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." Okay. So this must be making Paul weak. So whenever this is affecting and afflicting his body, it weakens him. Okay. So he says, "Therefore, most gladly, I will rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong." So now he's gotten to a point where he's like, I just accept this because God is not going to take this from me. It keeps me from exalting myself. It's keeping me humble, right? So now he's going to gladly keep that infirmity because God is not going to remove it. And so when that family member, excuse me, y'all, when the family member was feeling all that pain, she was weak. She was crying and she was just like, she wanted me to hold her hand. She just wanted relief. And she's like, "I don't want to feel this anymore. This is too much for me to bear." Like you could just tell she was in a lot of excruciating pain. And it got to the point where I did have to order some Tylenol and some water. And instantly when she took the Tylenol rapid release, the pain went away probably like 15, 20 minutes later. Okay. So it gave her time to finally go to sleep. It provided some relief. And so I didn't get to tell my family member this particular verse because she basically said, "Well, why don't you just tell God to heal her? Ask God to heal her." We can have faith. We can trust God to do whatever God is able to do because he can do anything. He can do all things, right? Nothing's impossible for him. But there are some situations where God is going to allow it. He's going to allow that thorn in your side and he's not always going to take it away, right? And so this is just important for us to realize there may be some things that you want changed in your life. You want God to remove this and you want healing in this area, deliverance in that area, whatever your situation is where you keep bringing it to God and you still haven't seen a change, ask God if it's a thorn in your side. Ask God if it's meant to remain there to keep you from exalting yourself, right? He did it to Paul. And he says here, and lest I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelations, a thorn in the flesh was given to me, a messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure. Okay? So it was if something has to be sent to prevent something from happening, then that means it's a high possibility that's going to happen. So Paul could have gotten to a place where he exalted himself and not kept God at the forefront. You see what I'm saying? So God allows certain things and we don't understand why, but it's for our own good.